Hello, and welcome to the Disc Dungeon, where we put you on to musics and melodies in the deepest, darkest dungeons of your computer disc. I'm your co-host, Joe Dove, and with me as always,
Julian Valencia. And if there's one thing we love talking about, it's music.
Well, hello, and welcome back to the Disc Dungeon. I'm your co-host, Joe Dove, and with me, as always, Sexy Mustache Man. How's it going, everybody?
Is that going to stick?
I think so. I might make some t-shirts, like my To Be Seen t-shirt. I think a Sexy Mustache Man is in order. I think that's going to be a fun one.
Sexy mustache
Hashtag
man.
Sexy Mustache Man.
Sexy mustache man.
How's it going, man?
One man. One mustache.
And what is that? Is it Widow's Peak or
This?
a soul patch?
A goat.
A little goat, baby goat, baby goat.
A little goat.
Little goat.
Mustache and the goat. All right, so we've butchered the mustache.
Yeah.
Completely dead. But this is Disc Dungeon DD18, guys.
Mhm.
Like this dude said, my name is Julian Valencia. The name of this episode is called Polarity.
Polarity.
Yeah, we in what we recommended to each other for this week's episode, we found a yin and yang, a black and white, two ends
Vanilla
of the
and
spectrum.
chocolate.
Vanilla and you know what I mean?
Vanilla and chocolate really works too.
Just polar
Ebony and
opposites.
ivory.
Yeah, so I recommended The Internet, and the album was called Ego Death.
Which was super dope.
Yeah, and
I recommended Borns with the album Dopamine.
why do we sound like robots?
I don't know. We got very robotic. Dopamine. Dope.
Barnes.
Borns.
Barnes.
Dope. Dopamine on the internet.
That was hilarious. But yeah, what'd you think, man?
We're going to dive straight into...
Let me put you on.
The artist, The Internet, album Ego Death. Black female vocalist. The album was nominated and won a Grammy, right? And yet, I never heard of them. And when I teased this episode today to my friends, I actually got a lot of hits that said, "Oh man, she is dope. She's great." Blah, blah, blah. So I was like, "Oh, okay. So what? How did I miss that?" And they were like, "Well, you actually didn't miss it. They never went really mainstream. They won a Grammy, but a lot of artists win Grammys nowadays because it's not like it used to be where you needed to sell X amount of albums and so on and so forth." And of course, their winning Grammy was for what genre? Urban.
Oh, okay. So you're making a connection to last episode.
Yeah. And I don't think they belong in the urban genre. I think they can go in pop or electronica.
They can
because
go R&B.
R&B would work.
Hip hop.
Yeah. They can get fit into hip hop, funk.
But they
jazz.
can definitely pop for sure.
Yeah, because they like Morchiba, or a beautiful, blissful blend of balancing vocals that I really enjoyed. Sid, the lead singer of the band, who is a lesbian, has a she has a music style. Her vocals remind me a lot of the lead singer of Morchiba, Sky, and Jerry Serrano Lightwood, but we'll get into that later. They lean more R&B, more so than even Morchiba and Jerry Lightwood does.
Definitely R&B.
But they definitely have a lot of electronica influences. I think that their electronica influences would make Robert Del Naja, a.k.a. DJ 3D from Massive Attack, smile. You have no idea who I'm talking about?
No.
I can tell by the look on your face. But it's one of my favorite electronica bands, and I think started the trend of electronica. There was the Brixton Underground. It was Tricky, Goldie, what's that woman? Bjork. They all got together and started this movement in Britain of this type of music. And I think it flourished and brought in all these other artists, Morcheeba, Supreme Beings of Leisure, I would even dare to say would fit into that same vein. And I believe that this band fits into that fray. I really feel like they should get a lot more play. I really enjoyed this album. I know they won a Grammy, but the melody and the fire instrumental should be a household name. The band's originally started out as a joke inspired by Left Bryans, that's one of the band members, answered to a reporter asking if, where they got the name from, and he got sick of people asking for that. So he was like, got it from the internet. So I thought that was pretty dope. I read some notes on that, and I suggest you guys dive deep into this band because they're amazing. The album just put me into a euphoric state. I enjoyed it so much when I heard it that I'm actually going to go buy this whole thing on on iTunes, because that's the general worry that we get media these days, or wherever. I don't stream because I like to have it physically, because when I travel to the audio studio here, I go through the Lincoln Tunnel and I lose signal. So if I'm underwater and I'm streaming my music, it cuts off. Mm-hmm. Unlike having it on my phone, and then I'll never lose it. So I really appreciate that, having that and holding it, so you don't have to worry about, it's cut off now. I got to wait till I come out of the tunnel, restart it, close the app, blah, blah, blah. So I prefer to have my music. Anyway, the lead singer, and I think this is a really cool duality of the two musicians that we have. She's an androgynous looking but distinctively soulful voice. She reminds me of Jerry Serrano, and Jerry Serrano's from the Supreme Beings of Leisure. She sings one of my favorite songs currently called Ghost Requiem. That's from a Delirium album. And my favorite tracks off this are Just Saying, I Tried, which is a total bop. I really dug that one. But it just kept going. That one was probably the heaviest, and then it bopped away. Girl really showcases that her sexuality, I think, as a singer. Getaway is probably one of the top songs on the album. I highly recommend people listen to that one. It's got a lot of that whole fusion that I was telling you about, a little bit of the funk, a little bit of the jazz, a lot of the electronica, the great voice of the lead singer here. And she is just, I don't know, she blew me away. It was like,
I can tell, dude.
I keep saying that.
You're glowing right now.
Yeah, it's nice. You know what it is? Because I love that.
That's awesome.
I really love this genre. And I feel like this genre does not get enough love. That this whole realm,
how technical is this band, dude?
Oh man,
yeah,
they're not only I feel like I should have listened to them before I got into Morcheeba and Massive Attack, but they came out later, so I had no choice.
Yo,
but
the fact that both of these albums that we recommended to each other in 2015,
yeah. That's right.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was a nice duality again.
That really sets up kind of what I wanted to, the music saved my life section, bro. Mm-hmm. So overall, give me a rating, bro.
I'm going to give you the rating.
Yeah.
Vocals and lyrics, 10. That song, Girl, showcasing the relationship.
Yeah.
Now she want to fuck with me. Live a little life of luxury. Models in my money trees. Such a beautiful company. Fuck a 9 to a 5. I'ma see dollar signs, but I'm still driving around in my old whip, still living at home. Got issues with my old side chick. She blowing up my phone, talking about some bullshit. I just thought that was really dope. It's like a typical romantic situation. I mean,
a conversation, yeah.
Yeah, that you would have with your chick. So there's a lot of really good lyrics on this. It's got such great melodies. Very amazing bass and guitar, and Sky plays the piano and the keyboard. She's just killing it. So vocals get a 10, instruments get a 9, and preference is a 10.
So because this is like
the birth of the next Morcheeba.
Wait, what was the last song that you gave a perfect 10? What was that album?
That was Dance Distancio.
Really?
Yeah.
So that fits more like that would you if it was between this song, this genre and that genre, you would prefer.
Actually, yeah, that's a good. I'm glad you brought that up because it's
because the way you were reacting to this album, I was
yeah,
like,
it's
this
like a
dude's
10.
gonna
It's almost a triple 10.
10.
It's almost a triple 10.
I don't want to sway the decision, but
No,
what
I hear
made you
what
want to
you're
say
saying. I hear
9
what
in
you're
instrumental?
Huh?
What made you want to say 9 in instrumental? As opposed to
I really don't think there's anything. The band is magnificent. They're reaching a higher level than what I anticipated.
Yeah.
Because when your name is the internet, I figured, oh, okay. You know what I mean? I wasn't expecting because you told me I'm going to put you onto the internet, and I was like, well, I'm always on the internet. Porno, you know. Like, when
no.
But like when you said that, I was like, I don't know, maybe it's because I went into it with lower expectations, and then when I listened to it, I was like, oh, whoa, that first album, the first song off the album, and the song, what are we? Getaway was just like, damn,
They were mad good.
They were that good. They were that good.
Yeah.
The only thing, it would have been dope if there was like a little bit more, because they have that streamlined bass.
Yeah.
I feel like if they had a little bit more drums, it would have been like a full 10. Just I need a little bit more cowbell on that.
So the internet, if you guys ever listen to this
oh my
episode,
god, they'll probably like, yo,
just
F
understand that all he wants is just a little more cowbell.
I want a little bit more.
Just a little more cowbell. and it would have been a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. And I was reading somewhere that they have a follow-up album. They went and they split and did separate projects, and they came back together collectively to do another album.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go and get into that next because I like this band. They're really high. I mean, 10, 9, 10. That's good as 10, 10, 10, you know?
But it's not.
It's not.
Whatever.
No, I mean, I feel like I feel like this should probably get a 10, 10, 10. I don't want to be swayed, but yeah, it's really put on a band that brought back that sound, but it's American. They're American in LA, which is really dope. So,
and you put me on to,
and I put you on to Born.
Yeah, Born's Dopamine. All right, guys. So this may be a little brash, but I definitely had a strong opinion on the album that Joe recommended last week, because it's the reason why we call this show Polarity, because if I'm not mistaken, a lot of the lyrical content in that is overcoming struggle. It might not
correct
in different ways as a lesbian woman, as a black woman,
exactly,
right? So the album that you gave me
was a soul mystical album.
If we just talk about the instrumental right away, yeah, bro, this is a pop album. This is a feel-good rock album. Like, this is a shit you want on your playlist while you're rocking out, fucking going somewhere. Whoa, mad aggressive for no reason.
I'm fucking going somewhere.
But yeah, it's a feel-good album. But in terms of substance, it was very lacking.
It's just to make you feel good.
Exactly, because I looked up the lyrics. I saw some beautiful poetry. I looked deeper into it, meanings behind lyrics, and kind of like most of the time, the meanings behind the songs are just, hey man, this thing sounded good with this thing, and and we just kind of went with it.
Yeah,
and that was it. Which is fine, but. In terms of, I guess I was comparing it to what I had recommended.
Yeah, and there's a lot of similarities. You have a lead vocalist that's a woman, and then all the backup band are men, and then in Borns, the lead singer is a man, and all the backup band are women. So there's a lot of like really cool overlapping similarities, which are polar opposites.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, and I guess just to put it in a way, it shows a little bit of privilege, where, on one side, their music is shaped by that struggle, as opposed to having the privilege just to write a feel good album.
Yeah,
talk about Tennessee and green money and
10,000 emerald pools.
10,000 emerald pools. And regardless, it has nothing to do with the music, right? Because the music is dope. What you're hearing is collectively a very pro quality sound, and it's going to make you move, and it does the job, right? But where music can transcend is in the message that it gives,
Right.
you know, and in how it delivers that message.
So Borns won't show up in Music Saved My Life for you at any time soon.
Well, well, I mean, I think that's why it's really important for us to make a distinction of when our Music Saved My Life segment comes in.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he definitely would make it there. Even though I looked up, I tried to find some connection, some way that Borns, and I know he's a part of the gender bender movement,
Right.
right?
Right.
You know, and I love
Gucci
that.
sponsored him for a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I love that, bro. Like I believe in just freedom of expression, being yourself. I guess that's why I love America.
America.
But at the same time, I was trying to find something relevant to today, and I didn't. You know,
No,
and that
you
doesn't
won't.
mean anything,
Right.
but I didn't. And to me, there was a lot of like a lubstance.
Lubstance.
New word.
Lack of substance.
A lubstance.
Lubstance.
And because of that, that only affected one category, in my opinion, right? So instrumentation, I gave it an 8 because even though I like the instrumentation was quality, you know, I didn't see any problem there. It was kind of like the other album. It might have been more. Was it more Chiba, or was it
No.
the other album that kind of stayed the same?
Oh, Days of the New.
Days of the New,
Yeah.
right? Had
His
that
temper was higher though. His tempo.
Oh, it was a different tempo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
'Cause Days of
different
the New was like,
feel.
You know, and this guy's like, yeah.
It was a different feel altogether, but we kind of just stayed in one place.
Mhm.
The vocals, the lyrics, that to me was part of where the substance came in, so I gave that a 7.
Mhm.
In terms of preference, yeah, man, like this would be a 7 for me because I would kind of only really listen to this in a feel good situation.
Mhm.
You know, maybe driving a car, but there are other songs that I'd put on before that. You know, so it was a 787 for me this time.
Gotcha. You know, I feel like you're kind of tweaking your choices in order to get me to a higher
What do you
level.
mean?
Because like I was going on and on about Morchiba, and then you brought me the internet, which are almost like in the same vein. So it's so difficult for me to not give them a perfect 10.
Oh, okay.
You know, I was like, whoa, this is really good. And I felt like you connected the two, and you were like, you know, you like this, you're gonna definitely like this. I feel like in the future, I'm gonna have to start like really getting in your mind for my choices of music.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's why I think
That's-
part of that is why we're all here, right?
I agree. What found it interesting about Borns is, you know, he was afforded the luxury of learning the guitar at 10 years old.
Yeah, by 10 years old, he was already making money from
Right.
this music. So this kid, this guy is talented to say the least, you know. And he has he's got a 4-piece band, 5-piece
Right.
band, right? And then three of those members are females.
Right.
The bassist, the
drummer and
the drummer, and the pianist
pianists are all
/
women.
effectser
Yeah. Just like the polar opposite of.
of the other band. Yeah,
Right.
there's a female lead, and then the rest are male.
Right.
And everybody's black.
Yep. And then the
And-
sides.
We're all white. You know what I mean? So that's
Caucasian.
why we call this polarity, not
Yeah.
because
Because there's so many things about the two bands. And it's part of why I mentioned Borns, because of, you know, the androgyny. If you look at Sky, you're going to be like, oh, hey, you might mistakenly say, hey, dude, you know, I don't recommend you do that. But she has this look at, you know, a distinctive look. And Borns does as well, but his is more effeminate. So I find it interesting where she's a masculine look as a female singer, and he's an effeminate look as a male singer. It was just a really nice.
yeah, that's why we call it polarity.
It's a good soup
because
That's
we
what it
didn't.
is.
Again, a lot of times we don't plan these things.
It just works out.
and it worked out well this time.
There's a connection still
Yeah.
with us. You know, it works.
Yeah, guys. So this is at this point we go into the second section, which wow, our first section was pretty long this time.
Yeah.
We're going into Music Saved My Life.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna kick this off because, you know, I was dealing with some personal health struggles, and I've learned that unless you tend to them, they're gonna linger. And, you know, for my plans from, let's say, February, March just didn't come to fruition. I had a different path that I was setting up, and things kind of fell apart. And then I had something that was bothering my throat. I don't know if anybody noticed last episode, but I figured it out because I went to a specialist and they told me, hey, stop drinking coffee. So I did that. And I'm feeling better. But when I'm under this type of duress and stress, I tend to lean on musics that aren't as deep as, Hot Butter Soul or the internet. I tend to lean on folks that are more spiritual and kind of just have always been around to lift my mindset and get me out of that fog of nervousness and almost fear, because having more responsibilities, some things that were supposed to happen, like relocation and stuff like that, just slipped through my hand like sand. So I had to adjust and move on. And one of the best things that helps me deal with that and to get my mind calm, besides Enya or Enigma, and I leaned heavily back on MCMXC. That's the first album by the group Enigma, which is helmed by Michael Cretu, a German musician. Cretu. Who has long curly hair like yours truly, if I kept it going. He had like that. His is more grayed out than mine.
You should let it grow up, bro.
I kind of like it. Not in the summertime. I don't like having a lot of hair.
No, you don't like it?
Don't like it. I like it nice and baldy. One of the favorite songs with that track is Rivers of Belief. It has a monk melody that it begins with, and then it builds into a masterful masterwork. So it's like very slow. There's just some tunes, and then you hear monks, and then there's some music, then there's a beat, then it like just keeps building and building and building and building, and then it's boom. It's a great song. Yeah, it's a great song. It's a masterwork to me, and it takes you into a heavenly space, and it brings your soul some peace. So that's mainly why I jumped into Enigma, because it really helps me balance some things out. And I also kept spinning Jerry Serrano Lightwood's partnership with Delirium, and it's Who I'm Going to Put You On to next week, but her original project, Supreme Beings of Leisure. I want you to check out 11i. Now, if you're a longtime fan of the show, Mom, you can remember that from the Who episode. You remember her from the Who episode, but we never had a follow-up because whatever reason. I definitely want you to listen to that. She's got the same type of vocals as Sky and the lead singer from the internet. Yeah. She's got the same type of vocal. Sid. Yeah. So Sid and Sky, it gets confusing. Sid from the internet, right?
Yeah.
And Sky from Morchiba have this sultry, soulful voice that I absolutely adore. And Jerry Serrano Lightwood has that same voice. Hers is just a little bit like more popish, but I don't think that Supreme Beings of Leisure ever got the recognition that the internet nor Morchiba got. I think they had one big hit in the 90s on their debut called Strange Love Addiction, and that was used in a couple of commercials, as well as Dawson's Creek, if you remember that.
Yeah, I remember Dawson's
You remember Dawson's Creek? Yeah. So they had that song was used in there. So like I said, I had some health issues that I'm on the mend. I always feel like a nice brisk walk helps quite a bit. And there's nothing that helps deal with certain things that are bogging you down and stress you out to balance you into a brevity of heavenly peace than Enigma. You, Julian?
Me.
Indeed.
Well, I was looking up some music right now. I actually can't find them on Spotify anymore, which is kind of weird. But they went by NK.
NK,
as in North Korea.
Oh,
yeah. They call themselves North Korea, and then they changed it to NK. But I kind of don't see their music anymore. Like this is them here, but I bet on YouTube I'd be able to find them.
Yeah.
And so this is a band that they used to be part of another band called MV on the Coast.
Oh, I remember you were talking about them
Exactly.
before. Yeah.
So they broke up and they started a new band called NK. And dude, the music was heavy.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really like really grungy. Yeah, it's grungy. It like literally they would take videos of themselves in the garage and make some like dope collages.
Oh wow. So you're true Seattle garage band.
You know, Long Island.
In Long Island.
Long Island.
Okay. Yeah.
Long Island.
Strong Island.
Strong.
Strong Island. That's what they used to call it. Strong Island.
Strong Island. Okay.
Years and years ago, I used to date a girl in Strong Island. 2 girls.
Oh.
Anyway.
Strong Island.
Strong Island.
I see you.
So yeah, what put you?
What put me onto them?
Yeah.
How did they save my life?
Yeah.
Well, Envy on the Coast was a big, like, that was a top band for a long time for me.
Yeah.
When they broke up, I was really antsy to get some more music.
You needed that dopamine.
Yeah. I needed that hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when they came out, when the lead singer and I think it was the guitarist, when the lead singer and the guitarist started a new band, they started with another bassist and another drummer. Man, it was different, but it was good, dude. And yeah, and I think they dropped a demo. I'm gonna have to look more into them, but they dropped a demo and then they dropped another tape, and that was kind of pretty much the last time.
Last time you dipped into them?
Well, no, I mean I don't think they have music out unless they change their name completely.
Damn. That sucks.
I'll find them.
Yeah.
I'll find you.
They're probably still around.
I'll find you. No, and I mean, there's just, when I when I listen to that type of music, I'm in a groove,
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like I'm trying to be as productive as possible. So music that's like,
yeah, you like really build it up so it fills you up. Because I know you're doing this full time now. Like,
yeah, 100%. Yeah. This is the moment I wake up, I'm working.
Yeah. Morning till night, even on your day off, you're doing
my day off,
a music show.
If you guys know, Audios is the production company. Contact us for any of your musical needs. Let us know.
Yeah.
Artist driven, artist focused. We're exactly where you've been, and we want to help you.
There you go. So, we are ready to progress.
Oh, into Behind the Beat. If you guys don't know, I just released a song today.
I heard it. It's very good.
It's very good.
Proud of you.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
It's called You. And I did that song in collaboration with David Nova. Yeah, guys. I mean, it's out there. Just listen to it. It's on YouTube, any streaming platform. You can get it wherever you listen to music. And let me know. Leave a comment or leave a comment on that video when you find it. There's actually a music video out. We have 3 different therapy sessions that are out, that are live, that are cool.
What is a therapy session?
It's literally a therapy session.
So like you're on a couch.
I'm on a couch and there's a camera and I'm talking to my actor.
Oh, yes.
It's acting. But we're talking about real things, so we're not really acting.
It's dope.
It just looks nice.
Highly recommend it. Make sure you check it out.
Yeah.
It's available on YouTube's.
Yeah. And the whole music video is out too. And we have another animation video. There's a bunch of content out there.
Animation video?
Yeah, there's like an animation video too. Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Impressive.
We out here, bro.
Yeah. Gotta be.
Yeah. So, and obviously when things start opening up, I don't think it'll be anytime soon, but when they do, we'll be out there presenting this song as well, live.
Yeah, man. Do you have a stream you could link me? I could put it on To Be Seen. That'd be cool.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. I got the Spotify link, Apple Music link,
perfect.
whatever you need.
Yeah. Send that my way.
No. Okay. Well, as opposed to that, man, I mean, it's pretty much been the same. As opposed to that, I don't know why I just said that.
Not opposed.
Aside from that, as opposed to that. Aside from that, I mean, it's just pretty much meeting new artists. New artists have been coming in here, which has been great. I'm working with an artist named Aston. He's coming in actually in a few minutes.
Dope.
Once we finish the session, guys, and
back to work.
Yeah, back to work. He's a dope rapper, and we're doing his EP right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you're gonna play some
of
Some
Aston's
tunes?
work.
Maybe not him. He's brand new.
Maybe
but-
not Aston, but we can definitely talk about the stuff that we've been making.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, so we have
Do it now.
Do it now.
Ah, get to the music
now.
now.
All right, guys. So I prepared 3 beats for you guys. These are just going to be little snippets of what I've been working on. This will eventually turn into a song. It could be nothing. It could turn into hear somebody else writing it, me singing on it. It could be sold on BeatStars. Who knows? We'll see. Let me get some comments. This first one's called "Living in 2020." That's it. Right?
Yeah, that sounds
So-
like 2020.
Yeah,
Murder
I was thinking of
Hornets.
like a chorus like "Living in 2020, living in 2020." Shit makes me laugh. I don't know why. But yeah, that's I see a lot of uses for that. That could even be in like a video game. That could even be
Yeah, I definitely feel that video game. Like,
yeah. So there's a little more hip hop lo-fi.
Baby, waking up really late, baby. Wake me, it's I can't believe what you're telling me. No, save me with one of your lies safely, baby. Kiss me before it ends tonight.
dope. That sounds like it should be on the internet.
On the internet.
Yeah.
Sid should be on that.
Yeah,
Yo, Sid, let me know.
hook us
I
up.
produce. Made by Audios.
Word.
Here we go. By the way, I want to give a shout out to Joel for editing and producing these shows, man.
Yeah, big time.
He's one of our strong legs of
Very strong.
the tripod of Audios.
Yes.
And I want to give a shout out to Henry. Henry's been putting in that work too, but that's more on the low low. He'll let you know. And then I got this third song over here. I don't really have a name for it yet, but it's a vibe. It's a little club vibe.
She know I love it when she throw it back. Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta. I got it like that. I don't know how to act. When you throw that shit back, way back. Don't know if I'm twisted. She got me feeling Christian. She the only one I'm listening. Dripping from your lips, got the whole world listening. I like it. You like it. I like it. I like it. You like it. I like it. Do you like? I like it. You like it. I like it. I like. You like it. I like it. I like it. All night. She fading away. Lost out of touch, out of way. She won't away. Lost out of touch, out of ways. I like it a lot, but she playing those games, she playing these days, she playing with my heart. Said no way, girl. Giving up in like, she wanna be my fire, but she didn't wanna take me, so I left her. She wanna keep it all before I keep it alone. I like it a lot. I like it.
I like it. I like it. I like it. You like it.
I like it.
Do you like?
Man, For those people that are only listening to this on podcast, make sure you go to YouTube so you can see us dancing and shaking and just grooving to the music, man. It's good stuff. I love it.
That chorus makes me laugh so much, and that's why I love it, because it's just nonsense.
It's nothing like music that you make that makes you feel good.
It's nonsense, but I love it.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I love it.
I like it.
I like it. I like it.
You like it?
Do you
I like it.
Give us a thumbs
I
up.
like.
Yeah.
Word. Anyways, guys, that's the behind the beat section. Again, you won't hear this anywhere else. This is the only spot anywhere in the world in this cave, in this dungeon.
Word. Probably one of the things that I love about this dungeon is the availability to hear new music. Most other podcasts have the affordability to play more known songs in their repertoire, but I like the fact that you're getting raw music in utero, in development, so to speak. You like that?
Exactly, because this could change. This could sound like something different.
Yeah. So when this finally comes out and it drops on you and you're like, well, I remember that on Disc Dungeon, but it doesn't sound like. So you can come back and be like, wow, these guys, this guy Julian and Joel and Henry really made a soup of magic.
Let me take this hat off.
Yeah, you should take the hat off. Let the hair fly. Let your locks flow. Well, friends, this brings us to...
We bring you tricks of the keys.
I think Joel said that you don't have to do that anymore.
No, he did say that, right?
Yeah, he did.
Welcome to Tricks of the Keys. It's probably what he would like better.
This is section 4, Tricks of the Keys.
I'm sure he's going to say some shit about that.
He is. He's going to be like, yes, what Julian just did.
That's what it should be like. That's it. All right. So it was Father's Day last Sunday.
Exactly.
And a little strange for my dad. So that didn't happen. I hung out with my uncle, whom I haven't seen since March. And, he's been going through his own life issues. But it was really good to see him and his kids. The kids are really fun to be around. But more importantly, he was like one of the biggest influences of music, like my aunt, my mom, who put me onto Prince. And he was talking about Prince because, Purple Rain, the song is not a love song. And I was like, what? It's got to be a love song. It's such a shame our friendship had to end. Putting that Purple Rain because her undies are wet from the purple rain. That's what I always understood it as. But here, little did I know that it is not a love song again.
Wait. So you thought that the song was about her panties getting wet?
Yeah, Prince was a dirty man.
Rain?
Nikki, Darling Nikki, you ever listen to that song?
No, but that's what you thought it was?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That makes kind of sense though.
It does. Like he's making her purple. He's ending this friendship because he's about to take off them penny drops.
Every time I hear Purple Rain, I think of that other song. Purple Rain.
Oh, Purple Haze, and you go Purple Rain. No, not that one.
No that.
So some people confuse it as love song, as did I. And there's a lot of interpretation around on the internet. One source said it was about his father. My uncle leaned towards that. Another said it's actually a symbolization of the end of the world. Purple Rain was finding a divine guidance during Armageddon. When there's blood in the sky, red and blue equals purple. Purple rain pertains to the end of the world, being the one you love, and letting your faith guide you through the purple rain. So it's a apocalypse. And it's kind of a 2020 thing. Because I feel like this is the apocalypse between giant murder bees and coronavirus and idiots in the White House and all that stuff.
Purple Rain.
Purple Rain, man. It's about once the skies light up with the bombs, it'll probably be the next thing. But be safe, everybody.
Wow. I really apologize for this.
I don't know why the end of the world is funny. It's not, but like
he's laughing.
Yeah. I mean, you're laughing. I can laugh. So, but like, it's just so bizarre. Like that song. When I listened to it a lot in the 90s, I seem to be able to listen to most of my music. I had a crush on a girl in high school, and I always was like in my head imagining me being on stage trying to play Purple Rain. Of course, my guitar skills suck, so that never happened. And I don't even know where that girl is to this day, but I do know that Purple Rain is not what I thought it was. And it is a total trick of the keys. Do you know anything about Purple Rain? Do you know more about Prince? Would you like to prove me right or wrong? Or do you want to just say, hey, Joe, that was awesome. I now know that Purple Rain isn't about sexual stuff. Well, that brings us to an end.
The most awkward ending ever.
When you start talking about undies, it's usually
Purple Rain.
Yeah, it starts to get weird.
Yeah, guys, thank you very much for putting up with us for.
No, we've had a consistent flow of people.
For
We
40
appreciate
minutes
you.
now?
Yeah, 40 minutes. Oh, good. A little bit longer. It'll be like that.
Well, guys, thank you very much, Julian Valencia.
Joe Dove.
Thank you. This was This Dungeon episode 18.
Dos.